I think most of us now understand fully the meaning of clouds by day and fire by night, and we've read about it many times in the Old Testament, and there's lots of references to clouds and fire in the written word, and many of us have spent years wandering in a spiritual desert, and we've never found an oasis to find shade by cool waters to rest from the heat of the sun and the heat of the day. And many of us not only wandered in the desert, but just like the journey of the Hebrew people who came out of Egypt, we've taken many detours and reroutes to get to the place where we needed to be. But thankfully, the great I Am provided you a cloud to shade from the scorching heat from man who tried to keep sending us in the wrong direction. And some of us listened for a while, and some still listen today, and so they wander aimlessly, using the map given to them by man or by another, who themselves are on that same journey in the desert. The covering of Christ is a remarkable spiritual blessing for us, brothers and sisters. When we throw away man's maps and follow that cloud by day, or walk under that cloud by day, that covering, and our journey is made easy, and there's no scorching sun or enemies that are able to get to you. And in the darkness of this life, the great I Am provides a fire so that light is seen, and we know where we're going. Another remarkable blessing from Father. So for those in Christ, there is no longer any darkness, but they know the way to go. How? By listening to Him, because the words of Christ are eternal and beneficial for all. His word leads us into all truth. And you have become one with Christ. So therefore you will be speaking the eternal word, the same words as Christ, which will also lead others into all truth. This is how the Father is working. The testimonies coming forward testify of how they've been delivered from falsehoods, misunderstandings and confusion from the past. We've left it all behind. And we're not looking back any longer, because there's no longer any of that for those in Christ. And that cloud by day and fire by night is without end until we see the promised land. We can and we should be able to see it by now. And by that I mean perceive it, realize it, and just know. And that path is made straight. It's no longer crooked. Our journey isn't aimless. We're here not to teach one another, but to encourage and lift one another, and to lead each other along that journey. Take it symbolically, take one another's hands along the way. And we can't do that with condemnation or with separation. So we either have to accept that we're one with one another, putting up with one another in love, and grabbing your brothers and sisters' hand and taking them with you, to help each other along in the journey of our spiritual migration into the kingdom. It's done together, though we take to the highway individually. We pack our bags and get ready to go individually, get on that path and meet others along the way. We join each other along that way, that journey, symbolically, as I said, holding one another's hand. Stay under that cloud and follow that fire, and your journey will be light. Don't bring all your worldly goods with you or anything that weighs you down on that trip. Don't go over your baggage allowance in aviation terms. And what I mean by those things is not to be emotionally attached to your things, your possessions, which are just things which can be replaced. They have no zero value except to your flesh. So if you lose everything tomorrow, who cares? Who cares? If you're lagging behind the exodus into the kingdom, it's because you're carrying excess baggage. You have to learn how to shed it, to leave it all behind and don't look back. But because we keep looking back, we'll make it harder for ourselves. If your confidence is in Christ, you can leave it all behind without even batting an eyelid. This I can testify to many times. Our attachment to our baggage can be in many forms. We can hold on to things, as I've said in the past, that cause you problems, heartache and pain. Your possessions, your money, or even yourself. And these things hinder the journey, and some will and do fall by the wayside. Stay under that cloud by day and follow that fire by night. Your Messiah is both covering and leading you and I, all of us, all of our days. And we have no need to worry about what is to come. Peace.